Hey there, it's Stephanie Shea, Chief Astrologer for janspiller.com with your monthly horoscope. And this one's for you, Scorpio. Here is your first horoscope of 2021 for the month of January. As we come into the new year, the sun is shining in Capricorn all the way through the 18th. And this will create a favorable environment for business networking during the first half of the month. Now on the 19th, the sun will move into Aquarius, and that will form a tense square to your sun. So after this date, you could feel challenged by a family-related situation or your home life or both. Consider what you need to create more flexibility and personal freedom for yourself. It could be that you need to mix things up a little bit if you've been boxed into certain routines or relating to people in a way that just isn't getting through. It's time to break out of the mold and problem solve from a new approach, maybe that hasn't been tried yet. Now, as we move towards a Mercury retrograde cycle that's going to begin on January the 30th, it's going to be harder to initiate new plans. So definitely set your goals in motion during the first half of January. We've got Mars entering Taurus on January the 7th, and at the same time, it's clearing the shadow of its last retrograde cycle. This is good news. This is more forward moving energy as we come into the new year. Mars is going to be in Taurus from January the 6th to March the 3rd, and this puts an emphasis on partnerships of all kinds for you. So if you were born October 25th to November 5th of any year, or you have 0 to 12 degrees Scorpio rising, you're going to feel the effects of Mars most strongly. Mars in Taurus is calling for you to assert yourself in healthy ways with loved ones, and especially stand up for yourself when it comes to your personal needs. It could even be what you need for your physical well-being. It could have to do with how you manage resources and finances. Whatever it is, Mars can help you have that fortitude and that take charge attitude without bowling people over. You don't always need to have a billboard to give people the message. You may just need to give a small sign, and then if you don't get heard, you can make your messages a bit bigger and bolder. But these saying walking softly and carrying a big stick, you know, kind of cliche, but that's the spirit of Mars and Taurus. You don't need to come on strong right away. When people sense your inner strength, a little goes a long way, and less words can often mean more. Now, Venus will move into Capricorn on the 8th, and it's going to remain in this sign through January 30th. So this is going to put you in a great position to make new business contacts. And if you're looking for work, good news, you're going to have the ability to put your best foot forward. Your talents will be more visible to others. It could be tricky to establish new connections during the second half of the month. That's when we're going to start to feel some of the confusing effects of Mercury retrograde that's coming up on January 30th. So if you are entering new contracts or agreements, especially during the second half of the month, just double check the fine print and leave yourself room to renegotiate in the future. Now, this month's new moon will be on the 13th at 23 degrees of Capricorn. This will encourage new beginnings related to your self-expression and ability to learn new skills. You can use this new moon to set intentions related to communication, learning, marketing efforts, relationships with siblings or neighbors, and taking charge of your time. We're going to enter the shadow of Mercury retrograde January 16th. That's why I've been emphasizing new actions in the first half of January. The official Mercury retrograde dates are going to be January 30th to February 20th. This Mercury retrograde cycle will be especially useful for reviewing your early life experiences from a detached point of view. That's not always easy to do. You can think, what ideas are you ready to release to make space for your current reality? Get inspired, but avoid making big decisions related to your home and family life in particular until after Mercury stations direct on February 20th. Now, we've got a full moon near the end of the month on the 28th of January. It's going to be at 9 degrees Leo, forming a tense square to your sun. If you were born on or around November 2nd of any year, or if you have around 9 degrees Scorpio rising, you may feel extra emotional at this full moon. Be gentle with yourself. That's always good advice at the full moons, especially for water signs like Scorpio. But in particular, this one could feel challenging. However, the positive things that can happen at this full moon is you could be recognized for your work, and you could feel the rewards of your past efforts coming to fruition. So take time to celebrate the victories of any size this month and realize that it's a new year. There's a lot of new things coming your way, and just take a step back if it feels emotionally intense the day of the full moon. Sometimes it can cloud your perception and make the situation feel more dire than it actually is. And it should feel lighter a few days after. So I hope you can make the most of January's astrological energies. Be safe and be well. And I'll see you here next month with your horoscope.